The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Well, good evening, Alberta. This is Anne-Marie, diplomat with Global World Trade Corporation. I'm excited to be here. We are getting closer and closer and closer to Christmas. I hope you're all ready. I'm sure that a lot of you have some amazing plans for Christmas. And actually, let's bring this around. Talking about Christmas around the corner. It's actually a really, really great time to connect with friends and family, right? And remember, when people are off, people are thinking, mostly in the economy right now where people are going, people need you. And and most people are waiting for you to rather prove to them that the profession you're in, the business you're in is great, and they also are waiting to hear about it. So remember, this profession is not perfect, but it is better. And this time of the year is a great time to build a business. So tonight, I wanted to share with you. I'm actually going to share with you a chapter of a book with a great mentor of mine, Eric Worre, because he's helped me so much to overcome this particular subject, which is if you're going to build, a network marketing business anyway, may as well do it right and do it professionally. So this is what the call is going to be like tonight. I want to also mention to all of you that I do realize last week my webinar was recorded, but nobody could see it. But I believe right now, if you go on YouTube on my channel, you can actually listen to it because I did put it as a public. So again, if you're going to build a network marketing, decide to be a professional. So um, I'm bringing this because really there's three different type of people in network marketing. They're the poser, there's the amateur, and there's a professional. So the poser treat this profession as a lottery ticket. They hope to hit it big with as little effort as possible. And actually, when I first got started, I was a poser. I was hoping that I could talk to two people and they just gonna, take over and my upline can do all the work and, good enough. I was gonna just hit it, right? Lucky for me, I got some results that kept helping me, so I kept going, but that was for a very short time, right? But I think you can agree with me that remaining in the poser category is a bad idea, right? Expecting other people to do the job for work for me, that never works. So within about like a couple of months, I moved out to that category, and I actually became an amateur. So let's talk about the amateur. The amateur, they focus on different things. One of the things I continue to focus on as an amateur was luck. So I was still really hoping to get that lucky and find that amazing distributor who was just going to make me rich, right? We all hear those stories of some people who had their lives completely changed by that one sign up. But in reality, most people, it takes a lot more time. Even if some of these stories are actually true, it actually doesn't serve our profession very well because it makes people spend their time hoping for that big hit. Now, the second thing I focused on as an amateur was timing. I was always worried about timing. Did I get in early enough? Could I be the youngest top level person in the company? Or how many other leaders were already in the local market? Or who was going to come in my local market? Or were there too many to compete against? Uh, you know, how was the company? Was it at the right place at the right time? Was it too big, too small? Did I miss the growth curve? Uh, Everything that has anything to do with timing, I became obsessed about it. Uh, and just to bring that up, as you all know, we are the pioneer here in Calgary, right? There's barely anybody in Calgary, so or in Alberta, not just Calgary, Edmonton, Red Deer, And if you're I look at Tim in High River, there's nobody in High River. So Tim is a pioneer in the High River, right? If you're in Calgary, I mean, Calgary is a big city, so we are just starting, but it's being at the top, right? Same with all the community, Okotoks, Cochrane, Airdrie, Chestermere. I mean, all these places, you can be that one first person, right? But yeah, I was always worried about timing. Now, the third thing I focused as an amateur was the positioning. Was I in the right organization? Did other people have a better position than me? Maybe I didn't have the right upline. Would I do better somewhere else? So I was always thinking about that, seeing other team growing and not feeling that mine was, or anything like that. And the fourth was that I focused on as an amateur was the shortcut. I was always looking for an angle, any gimmick that came down the road, I was up for it, right? The newspaper advertising, uh, you know, help wanted, signed by this side of the road. Let's go do it. Passing on some flyers at the mall. I was in going door to door. I thought about it. The internet didn't. I mean, the internet is doing so well now, so there's a lot more that we can do. But really, what that means is every time I heard of some shiny new approach being trained by anyone in the world, I was trying it out. Just to see if that could be the shortcut. Then I really realized that I just had to focus on one thing and be good at it. Right? And then I finally made the decision to be a professional. And actually, Wikipedia definition of the professional is a person who is paid to undertake a specialized set of tasks and to complete them for free charge. Right? So my definition as a professional is a person who is an expert at the skills required to build a large and successful organization. So there is a phrase in our profession that does more harm than good. It says, ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. The point of this phrase is that it's better to be excited and ignorant than is to be to be the smart, right? It may be true, but why do we have to choose one or the other? Right? So let me give you an example. Let's say you were in the need of an operation. You go at the hospital, you meet the doctor, it comes and say, I'm very excited to conduct your operation. I'm so passionate about it. I could hardly sleep. No one on earth wants to help you more than I do. And then you say, okay, wow, well, thanks, God, doctor. How long have you been doing this type of operation? And what he says to you, well, I've never really had any schooling on this particular operation. I've never really practiced either. I've never done it, but it doesn't matter because I'm so passionate. I'm so looking forward. How would you feel? Enthusiasm is great, but eventually you need to marry the passion with skills. Make sense? You know, in the book I read called The Outliers, there Malcolm's research showed that it takes about 10,000 hours of practice to reach the expert level at anything. With 4 hours a day of practice, that adds up to 7 years. That formula applies to our company as well. It's going to take about 7 years for you to become a world class. Now, the cool thing is with this profession, it's very forgiving and you can earn a lot of money while you become an expert. The trick is not to get compliance. Don't stop learning while you're earning, right? When I made the decision when I decided to really be professional with GWT, everything changed for me. I stopped focusing on luck. I stopped focusing on timing and positioning and the shortcut. I even stopped focusing on the money. My world changed when I started focusing on the skills and made the commitment to practice. and you'll hear me, and I'm sure you heard me before, go practice, 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 practice. It does make that the mastery, right? You become more confident, and it shows. And other thing happen is all of a sudden your group will start to grow. It was like, for me, it was like people sense that my change and focus, and that now I had the commitment to excel in what I wanted to do. You know, I mean, think about a time in your life when you were around a person committed to excel. It might have been a teacher or a coach or a boss or a friend. How did it make you feel? Wasn't it inspiring? Probably, right? You'll find you find that you will be inspired to others when you make that important shift. But it's up to you. Bottom line, if you're going to be involved in this amazing company, decide to do it right and treat it like a profession. And if you go professional, this business is great, but if you stay a poser, an amateur, you're going to be miserable. I mean, by now you've probably noticed I use a lot of the word of profession, a lot, because I do 100% believe that network marketing is a better way, that it's not an industry, it is a profession. And if you do it right and truly give the time of career to it and make a choice, you can accomplish anything you want. And it can take you out of your working hours that you're sick and tired of, or that business that you're running that you wish you had more time with your family, make you happy to a place of total freedom. And that's what we have. But it's up to us on what we do with it. It's up to us to decide to learn the skills. And I mean, the skills are not so hard to learn. So what I just shared here was the chapter of GoPro, the 7 Steps to Become a Network Marketing Professional by Eric Worre. The chapter number 2, so that's page 21 to almost to 26. If you have the book, you might want to review it. If you don't have the book, go ahead and let me know. I have some copies, but at the end of the day, I mean, this is a profession that people are waiting for you. And I hear it over and over. I mean, there is more and more people in need, and Christmas time is such a good time of giving, but people are getting so tied up with how much they can give and what they can do. And it's not as much enjoyable as it used to be for a lot of people. So why not helping these people, coming from that education part and helping part, where we can actually help these people to have a better life? Coming from that angle makes it a lot more rewarding and a lot more fun to share our company and our business than coming as a part of need. When you're in need of something, people get scared. But when you're coming from the heart, people are more drawn to it. So this is what I had today. I know it was a short webinar. I appreciate all of you on this call tonight. I love the commitment, and I believe that if you keep committing to this Monday, I work on making it as short as possible so it can be to the point, so we can all learn one thing, and move forward and practice that for that week. We can really accomplish a lot all together. There is a last thing here. I'm going to just share my screen here. So there's the 2015 annual New Year webinar. This is a mega webinar. I listen to it every year. I know some of you have heard of it. I know some of you are new to this, but the Thursday, January 1st of 2015 is really the amazing webinar where we get to hear what is coming up in the new year with our business, right? With Global Wealth Trade. It's every year. It's so mesmerizing. It's so exciting because really, why not this year, setting the year to become that top earner, or to just, I mean, it doesn't have to be the top earner, but to accomplish some of your target, right? Set a target, let's go and let's go get it. In the new year, I have some plan myself that I'm planning, and I'm actually starting to write down what my 2015 year is going to look like, so I have uh, a path to hit it, right? And there's a couple of things. One of the things I want to do right at the beginning of the year is to get all together and do a vision board. What is our year going to look like? Let's start it all together and let's go forward. There's also I want to put a fashion show. I'm going to need some help. I've never put a fashion show ever before. So anybody who has any experience, or anybody who doesn't have any experience like me and wants to help me, rather we find some models, which we will show them the tour prior to, or it doesn't matter. I think that would be a fun event we can put all together to attract some people to come and take a look at the products, and have some potential buy, or even new business partner. So those are like short term, in a January type of time, but there's a lot of things that obviously we all want to accomplish our dreams, and we all have goals and targets. So let's start writing down what are yours, right? And hopefully you decide to go in the professional and not be the amateur and poser, and you take the step forward to reach that. So this is what I have today for you today. I hope you got value out of it. And Christmas is coming in a few days from now. There is a countdown, 2 days, and I don't know how many hours left. So I wish you all a fantastic Merry Christmas. If you need me before, after, or during Christmas Day, I will be in Calgary, and I will be happy to help you with your business or with anything you need. So my love to you. You have a fantastic night, and we will talk to you soon. If there's any question, you can go ahead and put some question down. Otherwise, I will let you go. I do see a comment of Merry Christmas and thank you from Angela. Thank you very much, Angela. Merry Christmas to you as well. I wish you the best. You're an amazing person, and it's always fun to see you all, rather on the call, in person, and I miss you. I miss you all. So, yeah, this is what I have tonight. Thank you very much, and have a fantastic week. Good night.